Hey, Daryl here, and this is my daily devotional. Romans 8:28 says, "All things work together for good for those who love the Lord and who are called according to his purpose." Now, what that verse means is, in the background, behind the scenes, God's working out the details that for those who love him and who are called according to his purpose, all things will eventually work out for the good. Even though at the time it may not seem so good. But God is the one who is orchestrating the whole entire events. Case in point, Mordecai. Mordecai lived in Jerusalem when King Nebuchadnezzar, the Babylonians, conquered the Israelites and took them into Babylonian captivity. For 70 years, Mordecai would have been in Babylonian captivity. Didn't seem so good. Until the Persian Empire came up and the Persians defeated the Babylonians. Now, when the Babylonians were defeated, some of the Israelites returned to Jerusalem, to Judah. Some remained in Babylon for a while. And some went to Persia, as did Mordecai. Now, in Persia, there was King Xerxes. And King Xerxes had a queen, Vashti. The king had a party, a banquet, and Vashti was one good-looking woman. And he said, "Bring her here so I can parade her in front of all my friends at the banquet." She said, "No, that's not happening." Well, he was furious, had a meeting with the attorneys, the lawyers of the land, and they said, "We can't let her get away with disobeying you. All of our wives will think they can get away with it then. It'd be an awful trend." And so they dethroned Vashti. Now, after a period of time, they need to find a new queen. And that's where Mordecai shows up. All things work together for good for those who love the Lord, who are called according to his purpose. 70 years have passed while he was in Babylonian captivity. And now he finds himself right where God wants him to be, in Persia. Esther chapter 2, verse 5. "Now there was in the citadel of Susha a Jew of the tribe of Benjamin named Mordecai, who had been carried into exile from Jerusalem by Nebuchadnezzar, king of Babylon, and taken to captivity. Mordecai had a cousin named Esther. Esther was lovely in form and features, and Mordecai had taken her as his own daughter when her father and mother died." So now they were in the business of recruiting young virgins who could possibly replace Vashti as queen. And as it turns out, Esther was one of the potential queens. Boy, she had to go through quite an ordeal of preparation in order to be presented to the king. Verse 12, "Before a girl came to King Xerxes, she had to complete 12 months of beauty treatments prescribed for the women, 6 months with oil of myrrh, and 6 with perfumes and cosmetics. And this is how she would go to the king. Anything she wanted to be given to would be taken from the harem and taken to the king's place." Okay? Now, there were the concubines, and then there were the eunuchs. The eunuchs, and a eunuch is a castrated man who wouldn't be tempted to fool around with these beauties being prepared for possibly queenship. Verse 15, "When the turn came for Esther, Mordecai's cousin, to go to the king, she asked for nothing to take other than what the eunuch in charge suggested. And Esther won the favor of everyone who saw her. She was taken to King Xerxes in the royal residence in the 10th month and the month of Tebeth in the 7th year of his reign. And King Xerxes liked what he saw. Folks, all things work together for the good of those who love the Lord, who are called according to his purpose. It may seem like an eternity passes before God's orchestrated plan comes to fruition. But here we see God orchestrating something in the lives of Mordecai and Esther that would eventually save the nation of Israel. God bless you. Good day.